that he actually stretches all the way down. Like you gotta kick him up into the rein, and he's, that's better. Yep, and then now it's trot. Good job, thank you. Right, because at some point you have to, I want you to do that again, or else think about that your whole ride is gonna him be that ignorant to your leg, right? You don't want him to start out like that. So I want you to be able to squeeze. And he goes, yes, good job. Not a lot of people riding. He just likes to check to see who it is and what they're going to make him do. We're going to think forward trot in the warm-up, even if he starts to give you those like nicer steps already, which I appreciate out of him. We're gonna start instead by like double timing the trot and just getting him to really have to like motor behind. You're gonna feel like that's perfect, like you're running places almost, so that he really has to actually keep pushing behind and not just kind of jog in place for him. So everything you're doing to get him to stretch and loosen up his body has that forward momentum to it. Even if he offers a little step of that trot, you're like, not yet. Good. You can take a circle and do like a spiral out or a counter flex in, whatever he feels like he needs to do to actually stretch down. So he's on a stretchy rein, but he's not actually reaching to the contact. Don't put that inside. That's much better with your inside leg. For a second, it went a little forward to the girth. I want to see you wrap it around his body. That's super. Really good. Good job. I like that little forward push you gave him. Good, then that counter flex circle. Or at least a 90-degree turn where you really make him, yes, exactly. Good, and then push out of it. You almost loaded him behind. You can keep doing all the changes of direction you've been doing whenever you can. But he's still not quite reaching to the stretchy rein you're allowing him to be in. So I love what's happening in his body and what you're asking him to do, but he's giving you like 70% of what you're asking for, not really reaching down, right? Like he's doing everything you want in the bend and in his body, but he's actually got to follow through by giving down. So you're finding that timing now where there you go, good job, Abby, where he actually reaches and finishes the second part of the puzzle, not just starts warming up the bend and the forward in his body, but that he actually puts his nose to the ground so that it really forces his low back to come up. I love everything that's happening, but we lost another 20% with the speed. So the trick with him is to be able to get all of the pieces together. He knows it gets hard when all of those steps of connection come together. This is super. Good job. Let's flip directions, keep this stretch, and we'll go up to canter. And now, last lesson, when we asked for canter on a stretchy rein, he ignored you the first time. So you're gonna really try to prepare him for canter before you ask for canter without your reins. Like I wanna see that you can prepare him and let him know that it's coming. And then canter when you're ready. Good trot, that's super. Excellent. That's super. I know you have it in you. He just needed to know that you're going to be really serious about the canter transition. So we're going to do all the same things we did in the trot, not left and right in the canter, where you just ask, like, all we're doing is going left and right to get him to put his head down, but there's too much release going on when you just alternate the rein. Yeah, he's got to push his shoulder out if you want a little bend to the inside. Yep, or those 90-degree turns if you want a little bend to the outside, and he's got to reach down, so he's got to complete that super. That was a really good step.
Was alternating the rein you referred to last lesson as seesawing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. All right.
Good. So when you hold that pressure, also move your fingertips, not alternating left, right in the rein, but move your fingertips and give him a little kick there and say he's actually got to reach down. So he puts himself in a very sweet frame all of the time, but he's basically pointing out whether or not he's on your aids. And right now, as far as body control, A+, but he's not quite wanting to reach over his back because it's hard, right? Right. So you have to be like, that's tough. Keep jumping to the rein and actually stretch. That's super. Good job, Abby. Good. On the loose rein, let's just go over 2 canter poles. Find them wherever they are.
Sorry. I'm trying to keep it to myself.
Stretching. So you're still all the same aids. I want the canter pole to just be in your way. Does that make sense? Like, I want you to keep riding the same connection, the same feel, the same rhythm, and it just show up in your way. And it's almost a good thing. Like if you see yourself getting a little close, your position in your body just stays still. Or you see yourself getting a little long, you can close the distance, but let him do his footwork to get out of the way. Good, find one more pole and then we're gonna go the other way. Stretching, the pole just shows up in your way as you count the rhythm. Good. So instead of you jumping off the saddle, I want you to kick him with your leg to close the distance. Okay. We're gonna do a lot of sitting the canter pulls, since we're just doing pulls today. Love it. Good. Prepare for canter when you're ready and canter. I love this. So much better. We're going to take it much more serious. Love it. Super. Very good feel. Right, you could tell that he was going to listen to you just by the communication you had with him, and you kept him like on the aid, right? He had to stay on his game and actually listen to what you were having to say. Important. Yep, he's got to keep jumping. Pick 2 poles again wherever they show up. They can be on an angle. I want you to definitely try to keep the same lead. We're not going to let him change over it, but however you can get to it. Good job going forward. That's his. Right now, he always just stays in that comfortable little package. So you have to challenge him to keep on your A. Keep stretching, keep jumping. It was lovely. Good job just staying still in your body, right? It's 3 inches off the ground, so he can pick up his legs and you can sit still. Good, one more pull. Counting your rhythm through the turn, but keep working the canter. Get there dead straight. I've not had to say that yet. I love that you've been straight in the middle. Nailed it. Very good. All right, stop your hip